Set the tone. New war zone. Yeah, we came to talk that pain and gold. No bones about it. Let it roll. Asa's got them books stacked high. Old take heat and that sharp eye. Manager day shame, make fly. Seen every lockup, every running lie. Take fabulous, can't link, but she locked in quick. Costume drama, that spot lick slick. There's pageantry, the flair, the grit. Found her home in the chaos of it. Switch been down since way back when. Horror flicks, dark dot sports again. CTR with that brother team. No bones crew, we the body slam dream. Time to welcome everybody to the room then. Balls for a prayer, the super kick up in the chin. Take a hound to the moon, watch them run in fear. No bones about wrestling, now is here. Books, toys, docs, and game night fights. Old school love in the modern life. We don't just watch, we study the craft. Hear that crowd, we build on that. No bones about wrestling. No bones about wrestling. We break it down. We bring the heat. No bones about wrestling. No bones about wrestling. Four voices strong. Bring heat to these seats.
Hey everybody, welcome. This is No Bones About Wrestling. I am one of your hosts, Asa. Hi. And this is AEW Weekly, where we will talk about everything that's happened in the last week of AEW and look toward the future a little. And here is my co-host, Switch. What's up, Switch?
What's good, bruh? Like the shirt, man.
Oh yeah, New World Order for life. You know it.
Too sweet.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Dynamite and Collision bone ratings. We got some things to discuss. We'll talk a little bit about Dynamite and All In. And, of course, do the top 5 men, women, and teams this week. So let's go ahead and get started. What do you say?
Let's get it, man.
All right. So, yeah, thank you, everybody, for watching, for listening. We appreciate it. And for those of you watching this later, we appreciate you, too. So, Dynamite, August 19th. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. August 19th, Baltimore, Maryland, or as they call it, Baltimore, Maryland. So this Dynamite got 587,000 viewers. That is the lowest rated Dynamite in 10 weeks. Now, I saw several people on X call this the best Dynamite they've ever seen. I found this pretty boring, honestly, and I very rarely would I say that about AEW, but I did. I found this episode boring, and we'll go into why. I'm sure we'll talk about why. All right, we started off. We saw Will Ospreay team up with 2 other United Empire members. I guess they're from New Japan. I don't know. I've never seen them before. I'm sure other people know them better than I. Hinare and Francesco Akira, and they took on the Callis family team of The Machine, Brian Cage, Rocky Romero, and the Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer. Thank you again for the graphic there, Switch. That's very nice.
No problem, bro.
And this one, Ospreay, I mean, I think he's the best wrestler in the world. He looked great as always. Ospreay pinned the man that we said last week we knew was going to take the pin, Rocky Romero. Ospreay hit the hidden blade and pinned him. This match was very one-sided for the winners. Almost a squash match. I mean, they made the Callis family look bad. So I gave this one, and if you're new to the show, we rate things in bones. 0 bones is terrible. 5 bones is excellent. We do not break the scale. 5 is as high as it goes. This match, I gave 3 bones out of 5 because it was so one-sided.
I actually gave it 2.5 bones. And a lot of that had to do with Cage being in the match and always seems to be on the losing side when you know how we feel about him.
Yeah. And just to be clear, I'll see Switch is already kind of on the same page with me. We've not talked about the show. We didn't watch it together. So we'll see how much we agree. Yeah, we did not do a watch along last week. We are doing one tonight at 7:55, though. Me, Switch, and Wolf will be here. Maybe K Fabulous, but I doubt it. All right. Up next, we had a TBS title match. It was a four-way. The champion Maya World defending against Hikaru Shida, CMLL World Champion Persephone, and Chris Statlander. And this one I thought was actually pretty good. We've kind of been down on the women's division for a little bit, but I enjoyed this one. Maya World won with a roll-up pin, and I think she pinned Shida. I didn't write it down, but I think she pinned Shida, and I gave this one 4 bones out of 5. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I went 4 out of 5 too, but like I said, I think this one is because of who was all in the match.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it went as good as it did. If it had been Maya by herself, probably not as much.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, we're not really sold on Maya World yet here at No Bones. Yeah, sometimes she looks good, sometimes she looks sloppy. So we'll see. We'll see how she develops. And Antonio says, hello, Asa. What's up, Antonio? What about Switch? You're not saying hello.
What's up?
And he says, enjoy AEW Weekly today. Well, I hope everyone does. All right. What else do we got here? Oh, let me well, I don't know where I put my fucking phone. I was gonna move this. There it goes. Move this on our X site real quick.
Yep.
Just 1 second, everybody. I'm sorry. I should have done this already. I'm just gonna keep talking so there's no dead air time.
Yeah, man. We like I said, man, this show was I mean, it had spots. It had spots that was good, but overall, like I said, not what I was expecting.
Yeah, me either. Especially after I read people say, I read at least 3 people say it was the best Dynamite they've ever seen. So I don't know where that came from. The end was pretty exciting, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Up next, we had a Continental Cup quarterfinal, and this was a non-title match. We had Continental Champion, the leader of the Death Riders, Jon Moxley, and he faced off against Switchblade Jay White. And I thought this was an excellent match. It was a little slow paced. Jay White, I didn't mention, of course, the leader of the Bang Bang Gang. I forget if I said that or not. I like to give credit where credit's due. But I thought this was a really good match. I thought this was a good match. Like I said, a little slow pace. And Moxley won. He knocked out Jay White with a chokehold, which I remember back in the day in wrestling when a chokehold used to be a no-no. That was illegal. But it's legal now, I guess, because of UFC, I gave this one 4.5 bones out of 5. I thought it was by far the best match on this show.
I did the same thing, and only because of what you said in the beginning about it starting off slow, but it did pick up. But I also gave it 4.5 bones out of 5.
All right. Yeah, it started off really slow, and I was kind of like, "What are they doing?" But but they were building it up,
Yeah, I think Mox was trying to show that he's not just a brawler because he was trying to show more technical skills in the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Next up, we had I was a non-title match. I don't know what this was about. A guy named Jonathan Cruz came out and said he was MJF's Spanish to English interpreter, and then Andrade came out, and for some reason we had an official match. Andrade, the national champion, of course, he comes in, he hits one move, I think he hits the DM. And he got the pin. And this match was like 6-7 seconds long.
Of nothing.
Of nothing. This segment was totally pointless. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or supposed to like get MJF over more as a heel, but whatever it's supposed to be, it did not work, I don't think.
I mean, we've seen Jonathan once before when I think MJF was dealing with Bandito at one time. He came. Y'all probably didn't see that episode, but he came up there and was speaking for MJF back then.
Okay, I did not remember that. No. Next up, we had another Continental Cup quarterfinal, non-title match. Also, we saw the CMLL World Champion Hechicero of the Callis family take on Nigel McGuinness, wrestling again. And this one, McGuinness looked pretty good, but Hechicero got in almost no offense. This was really excuse me. Nigel McGuinness got in almost no offense. Hechicero looked good, is what I meant to say. I apologize. I got it backwards. Hechicero looked great, and McGuinness did almost nothing until he won the match. He pinned Hechicero, and McGuinness is now in the semifinals. So for the one-sidedness, again, I'm going to give this one 3 bones out of 5.
I gave it 3.5 bones out of 5. But
Okay.
I wonder, I'm thinking that injury that Nigel has is legit, and they're just trying to make him just make it to Wembley. That's what I think.
I kind of am getting that.
I don't think that's why he didn't get so much offense in.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that feeling too. Of course, we don't know if it's a shoot or a work, but I kind of am getting that feeling that it's a shoot that they're turning into a work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of the feeling I get. They're just trying to get him to hobble along so he can fight at Wembley,
Yeah.
Yeah, Hechicero looked good as always. That guy's great. But like I said, he did everything. It was kind of like a Randy Savage match. The opponent got in all the offense until he came back and got the pin in the end, Up next, we had another 6-man tag with another of the main eventers for All In. We saw the Elite team up. World champion Kenny Omega teaming up with the Young Bucks, who are challenging for the tag titles at All In. And they also fought the Callis family. El Clone, Mark Davis, and Jake Doyle, because half of the roster practically.
Exactly.
So this one again, Omega and the Bucks look great. They look fantastic. And the Callis family, it was almost a squash. They got almost nothing in. And Omega pinned Doyle after hitting a one-winged angel. And this one I gave 3 bones out of 5.
I gave this 3.5 bones out of 5.
Okay.
Bucks, of course, when they're doing their things together, they look good in the ring. But like you said, man, it's weird for AEW because they usually put on really good competitive matches. Maybe one will be like kind of one-sided, but it was a lot for this show.
Yeah, I agree. It's the third one that I've said that about, that we've said that about, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fazb, what's up? Says, hey guys, anybody ask for money lately? Family members? No. Should they be? I don't get it.
I don't know.
He says, if not, give old Fazb $20. Just kidding.
I
don't get it. I don't get it.
Faz a baller. He got money.
Yeah, isn't he going to All In? Is he going to? Did he say he was going to All In? I forget.
Don't he usually go to all them Jones?
I don't know. He lives in Canada, so I don't know. Canada to England's pretty far. I'm gonna say one more thing before we get to the finish of this show. Have you seen one mention by AEW on the air? Seen or heard one mention of when the fuck All In starts on Sunday?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
I got it now. So the pre-show starts at 11.
Right.
And the actual show starts at 1.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I mean, have you, was it on television?
No, it was not.
That's what I'm saying. It's on their website, right?
Yeah, that's what I had to go to.
If you ran the TV, wouldn't you have said that about 1,000 times by now?
Yes, I would have. Or at least put it up when you put the graphic up of All In.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On TV, they haven't said at all. I imagine there's a ton of people out there who think it's Sunday night.
I can guarantee it.
Because they haven't said, they haven't come out and said, hey, this starts at 1 Eastern. They have not.
What's crazy, if you Google it, they'll have the All In pictures with the times at the bottom that they actually start, the Europe time, the Pacific time, and the Eastern time. So they need to be putting these things up. Is what we're saying.
I mean, that's what they need to be saying. All In Sunday, August 30th. with 11 o'clock start to the pre-show. The main card starts at 1. That we should have heard that a fucking 1,000 times at this point, but I have not heard it once. Like, I don't know what's up with that, man.
Today.
I don't know
just
what's up
got the confirmation today, and me and Wolf was talking about the same thing last week when we was watching.
Crazy.
Nothing.
Terrible business sense. Terrible. Okay. I've done almost nothing but complain. I usually don't have a lot of complaints about AEW. We don't usually, but
no, we don't.
This week I have some. So most of the show is not complaints though, so don't worry. Fazby says I bought the phone instead. There you go. I'll remember you're talking about buying a phone. What'd you get? I forgot. And he says 8 p.m. England time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's right because they're 5 hours ahead of us. So if the main card starts at 1 here, that would be 6 o'clock England time. It says actual show at 9. So again, if it starts at 1, it would be at 6 England time, not 9. So I think I'm right. If somebody is more sure than I am, please correct me. But I don't think that's right, Fazby.
Yeah. Which is why we say they need to be more specific about these times on the shows.
Exactly.
You got 2 freaking shows a week. Put something up.
Exactly. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, seriously, unbelievable that we haven't heard that for real at least 100 times.
Yeah. Nothing.
Unbelievable. You know, WWF back in the day, they'd say Sunday, you know, whatever, Sunday, August 30th, 8 o'clock on pay-per-view. Like, just fucking, what? Okay, I'm done talking about it. It's unbelievable. Fazby says, I saw it today. Rewind. What's up? He says, when are we having pillow talk, Asa? You complain quite a bit about AEW. 1, we're never having pillow talk. 2, I try not to. We're very positive here. I don't think that's a good accusation there, Rewind, because we are very positive on this show about AEW. That's why we do AEW Weekly. We love it.
Yeah, we might fuss about their storylines, but yeah.
But that's just because we want. It's not because we don't enjoy the product. It's because we want the product to be better.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So we wouldn't be doing AEW Weekly if we didn't love AEW. So nobody out there worry about that. Yeah. I don't think I complain that much about it. I complain when there are things to complain about.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Rewind says you guys are very positive. I'm just giving you shit. Well, good. I appreciate that. We really make an effort to, you know, there's so many people on the internet that just complain all day, and we really try not to do that. But if something ticks me off, I will complain about it, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get back to something positive. The end of Dynamite, we saw a pretty good fight. Kenny Omega, of course, was in the ring. Will Ospreay comes out. They have a confrontation, and Omega tries to have Ospreay removed by security since Omega's an EVP.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says something about Ospreay's like family, right?
Yeah.
And then it turns into a brawl, and Omega puts Ospreay through a table. So it's pretty shocking. I didn't expect that. And he's got a crazy look on his face. Omega does. So Switch, was this a heel turn for Omega? Was it not? What was it?
Man, I like for my main events to have a face and a heel. That's just the old school wrestling fan in me. I don't like when it's 2 faces.
Yeah, me too.
So, I mean, it looked like a heel turn to me with that look in his eye, but it's no telling how they do things nowadays. But if it was me looking at it just as a fan, I say straight heel turn. And I like it. I like it a lot.
That's the way it came off to me, and I like it too. But I mean, I don't see how you saw that as anything but a heel turn. So that's the way I saw it, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's maybe just for All In, so we do have a face and a heel. You know, just make it a little easier for the British fans to cheer for Ospreay if they weren't going to already.
Which I think is a smart. I think it's a smart thing to do. If like we said, we do complain some stuff about AEW getting certain things wrong, but by turning Kenny heel, even if it's just for All In, it's the right move to make, being where it's at and who he's going against.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. So that the end of the show was exciting, but the Moxley and Switchblade match was pretty good. The women was very good, I should say. The women's match was pretty good, and that was about it. The rest of the
But
show I found.
wasn't this the same? Yeah, this was the same show though that Omega and Osprey had that sit down, right?
Yeah, and that was good. That was good.
That was good too to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say the sit down promo, the Jay White and Mox match, and then the ending of the show.
Yeah, and that's about it. And I like for real. I usually really enjoy Dynamite. And I was super bored during the show, man. And I don't remember the last time, if ever, I said that about AEW. So, All right, let's move on to Collision, which I thought was the better show this week, actually.
Yeah.
So they have done a good job at building Osprey and Omega for All In, and I think they've done a pretty pitiful job of booking every other match, honestly. And they tried to, Willow and Monet a little. And then they had a sit down interview that did not go as well as Osprey and Omega's, not even close.
Which I wouldn't even done it on the same program that I had Omega and Kenny, Omega and Osprey on doing the same thing. I wouldn't have did that.
Why not?
Because Osprey's and Kenny's was so good. I wouldn't have did a sit down with Monet, and if they was just gonna have a backstage brawl like that and come out, let it just be a brawl. But as far as interviewing and talking and promo, you can't. It would have been hard to follow. It was hard to follow that Kenny Omega and Osprey sit down promo.
And it was basically just Mercedes calling Willow a bitch.
Yeah,
that was basically it. When the funny thing is, I've heard from several people who have met her that Mercedes Monet is a bitch. And then also she threatened Ric Flair this week. Did you hear that?
No.
Ric Flair said, Charlotte Flair was the best women's wrestler in the world, which I don't know about that. I don't watch Japanese wrestling. I think she's the best women's wrestler on this side of the planet for sure. And he said, she's better than a lot of the men, which is true. And Mercedes Monet said something like, don't make me kick your ass, Rick. Something like that. And did not put LOL on the end of it. Like, I think she was legit jealous about that.
I'm pretty sure she was. But yeah, Charlotte, when it comes to this side of town, Charlotte is the one.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. She's great. Faz B says Scotland was sold out at 10,000. That, of course, is where they are tonight for Dynamite. Okay. And he says, and so was those Monet dolls. Alexa, off. I don't know what's he talking. What Monet dolls? The ones that Harley made? Are they sold out?
I guess.
I'm not sure what he's talking about there.
Yeah, I don't see. That's another thing. I don't know nothing about their merch and stuff. They don't really be putting their merch up there.
No, they don't. They just assume you're going to go to the shop
website.
Yeah, and then same thing. Like they sell. I have all their pay-per-views on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever they've been on, but they never advertise them.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that they sold them things on DVD still.
Yeah, wouldn't you say like blah blah blah, All In coming out on Blu-ray this Tuesday? Make sure to buy it. I mean, fuck, took 5 seconds.
Especially if you don't have nowhere where you can constantly go back and just stream it.
Right, exactly, yeah. And then if you miss it, that's the only way legally to watch it. Is to buy it. I don't understand their decisions sometimes with stuff like that. That's very easy. All In comes out on Blu-ray this Tuesday. ShopAEW.com. Make sure to check it out. Bam. What was that? 6 seconds?
6 seconds, and that's it.
And show a picture of the box. Come on. Faz B says, yeah, those Harley Monet dolls, they sold out ASAP. I bet they did. He said it's for those who know will know. I guess, yeah. I always just check the Shop AEW page a couple times a month to see when the discs come out, and then I buy them.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I have every one. Fazby says AEW is underground. I guess they're too cool to advertise. All right, let's go to Collision. August 22nd. I think they were in Baltimore also. I'm not sure.
Yeah, don't let me lie to you.
I'm not sure. We started off with a Continental Cup quarterfinal. 2 members of the conglomeration doing battle. We saw Orange Cassidy, who has won, they pointed out, has won more matches in AEW than anyone. And he took on Kyle O'Reilly. And this was pretty good. There were some cutesy spots and some silly spots, but some of them were actually pretty funny, I thought. And if you're going to wrestle your friend, that's the time to be a little funny. But they did, get going and fighting and wrestling. And it was pretty entertaining overall. O'Reilly won. Cassidy submitted to the ankle lock. He submitted really fast. And I gave this one 4 bones out of 5.
Yeah, I gave it 4 bones out of 5 too. And I agree with everything that you said, man. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. And so O'Reilly in the semifinals joins Moxley and McGuinness. All right, up next we had a 5-minute time limit eliminator match, meaning if the challengers won or got a time limit draw, they would get a title shot. But of course, there was no chance of that. We had the women's tag champs, the undefeated Divine Dominion. And they, as you see on the graphic, they didn't even name their opponents, but they were Erica Lee and Tiara James. I think Tiara.
Yeah, Tiara James.
Tiara James. Didn't matter. Bane pinned James after a double choke slam by Divine Dominion, and that was it. And this was a squash match. About 2.5 minutes or so, 3 minutes maybe.
Yep.
All right. Up next, we had the final Continental Cup quarterfinal. We saw 2 members of the Death Riders do battle. We saw Claudio Castagnoli versus Daniel Garcia. And this one was pretty good. This is another one I thought was a little one-sided. Not as one-sided as those matches we were talking about on Dynamite, but just a little one-sided. Castagnoli got in way more offense than he let Garcia get in. And Castagnoli won by submission to the sharpshooter, the Scorpion Deathlock, whatever you want to call it. I'm honestly not sure who created that hold. I think Bret Hart did, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to call it the sharpshooter.
There you go.
Yeah, good match still. I gave this one 4 bones out of 5 because it was good no matter how much offense Garcia got in. It was enough to call it a competitive match. So I gave it 4 bones.
Yeah, I gave it 4 bones out of 5 too, but I'm going to disagree with you on the one-sided. I think this match was what it needed to be because Claudio is he ranks higher in the Death Riders than Garcia. So yeah. I think the match is what it needed to be. Garcia still looked good in it, but Claudio did handle him the way that Claudio was supposed to.
Yeah, I hear you. I got you. Up next, we saw the Hurt Syndicate. It was a trios match. The Hurt Syndicate teamed up with Ring of Honor Pure Champion Lee Moriarty, who is a part of Shane Taylor Promotions, and they fought Ryan O'Neal, Nick Nolan, and Matt Mako. And it's pretty short. Moriarty made Mako submit to a modified crippler crossface. I'm not sure what he calls that move. And Hurt Syndicate and Moriarty won. This was another squash match, our second one of the night.
Yep.
Next match, Shane Taylor Promotions stayed out there, and they called out like any trios team to come out. And the Bang Bang Gang came out and answered the challenge. So we got Switchblade Jay White and the Guns versus Shane Taylor and the Infantry. And this was actually pretty good. I thought it was nice and competitive, and everybody I thought looked good except Shane Taylor, who I have no use for, honestly, as a wrestler. He can't do much, and he's not very good at selling. He's not great at it. Everyone else I thought looked good, and Jay White pinned Carly Bravo after hitting the Blade Runner. I gave this one 4 bones out of 5. And I want to point out something I texted Switch about the other day. Carly Bravo does the Bronco Buster that X-Pac and Rey Mysterio used to do. Maybe Rey Mysterio still does it. I don't know. I don't watch WWE. But he does the Bronco Buster, which is, you're bouncing up and down on your opponent's chest and basically putting your dick in their face. He calls it the BBC. Which, if you're not familiar with porn language, that means big black cock. That's what he calls his fucking move. That's gross, man.
Did you hear the little nursery rhyme on the outside of the ring that he was saying afterwards?
I missed that.
Oh my God. I wish I remembered it, but it was too funny talking about the BBC, man. Like, I was like,
Lord,
wow, they're really letting that go.
Lord, which is pretty. I mean, it's pretty gay if you're wrestling a guy.
Hey,
Like if
hey,
you're wrestling a woman, okay, that's kind of funny. If you're wrestling a dude, that's kind of gay. Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
fucked up.
yeah. So I gave it 4 bones out of 5. What did you give it?
Yep, I gave that 4 bones out of 5 too. Yep.
Good match, good match. And let me ask you something, and I'm going to answer this too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not trying to be offensive, so no one take this the wrong way. I want to know your opinion, and like I said, I'm not just asking my black co-host. I'm going to give my opinion too.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it's weird that like all the black guys are grouped together in AEW? Like Shane Taylor Promotions, they have 5 black guys and a black woman in there, Trisha Dora, 4 or 5 black guys, and then we got Swerve Strickland, and it seems to us that he's bringing the New Day in for All In, so that'll be another grouping. So I don't know, what do you feel about that, Switch?
I never really thought about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've dibbled and dabbled in mixing up some things every once in a while. So, I mean, it's never really been a concern of mine. Personally, I like seeing sometimes having like all black stable or all Hispanic stable every once in a while. But I do like them mixing it up. Like you got Top Flight, they got Matt Sydal in there, they got Christopher Daniels in there. The Hurt Syndicate for a minute had MJF rocking with them, so they switch it up sometimes. And to go with what you said, I would love, like I kept saying I would love to see New Day with Swerve.
Yeah.
But that is the obvious thing. Why not switch it up and use the Motor City Machine Guns as Swerve's backup?
That's cool. But you've been on that. You've been on that for months with Swerve and the New Day.
Yeah, man. But think about everybody's talking about that now. So why not pivot left? I think it could work either way. Either way it could work.
Yeah. They're all good. Everyone you're talking about is good.
Yeah, so here, what you think about that?
I'm going to answer my own question. Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody out there, so nobody take it that way, please. It's just something I thought about this week after seeing Shane Taylor Promotions and seeing the Hurt Syndicate out there with Moriarty and then thinking about Swerve maybe bringing in the New Day. I think if Tony Khan is booking this way, it's kind of fucked up to just, I'm going to put these black guys over here with Shane Taylor. I'm going to put these black guys over here. They're the Hurt Syndicate, which they came in kind of together. So that's different. I'm going to put these black guys over here, Swerve and the New Day. If he's doing that, it's kind of fucked up. But if the wrestlers are the ones deciding these things, then whatever, it doesn't matter. That's cool. I mean, they're like banding together in a mostly white business. So that I get. So I don't know. Do you think it's the wrestlers doing this themselves? You think so?
Yes, because I think Tony Khan gives a lot of leeway to the wrestlers.
Yeah.
When it comes to storylines, storylines or lack thereof storylines, who they're competing against and who they're rolling with, So I think that decision is probably mostly on the wrestlers and who they're comfortable with being around and stuff. The demand, another.
There's another group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's the rest, and I think it's probably the wrestlers. But like I said, there's a group I didn't even include.
Yeah, if it was WWE, I'd be like, that's Triple H calling. That's that's Michael Hayes calling. But in AEW, I think it's mostly the wrestlers' decision.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to be like controversial or anything. It was something I thought about this week because we see it now. I said like 2 or 3, and now 4. You mentioned the demand, like 4 groups in AEW.
Yeah.
So it was just something I thought about. I thought I was interested to hear what you had to say about it. All right, I got a bunch of comments I missed.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what catch up?
Rewind says sharpshooter was invented by Japanese wrestler Riki Chosu, who called it the Sasori Gatame scorpion hold. Okay.
He's right. I remember them saying that on this old joint I was watching. I don't know if it's an NWA. I think it was an NWA documentary I was watching. They was talking about that.
Okay. Thank you for the knowledge, Rewind. He also says Sting did it first. However, but it is what it is called, whatever you want. Well, we'll call it the scorpion hold, I guess, from now on. I like to call moves whoever invented it. Like Randy Orton says the RKO. That's a fucking diamond cutter, man. That's he's doing the diamond cutter. You can call it whatever you want, but that's what it
RKO
is.
just sounds so much deadlier.
Yeah, I got a little. I don't know. I think diamond cutter sounds cooler though.
It does.
But we might disagree on that one. Fazb says prison time. I'm not sure what he was replying to. I missed a bunch of these comments. Rewind, going back to when I was talking about Carly Bravo shoving his BBC in somebody's face, said it's only gay if you don't like it. You know what I'm talking about, Asa. Wait a minute. Wouldn't it be it's only gay if you like it?
Get your words right, Rewind.
Yeah. Because if you don't like it, if you don't like it, then it's like sexual assault, maybe. I don't know.
Rewind started on here.
And Fazb says WWE just did the Hobbs in a new black group. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yes, Lord. Oh my, I can't wait to talk to Wolf. I know Wolf will have something to say about that.
Yeah, I don't know a thing about it. And City by the Bay says, "What's up, fam? What's up,
City?"
He says, "So much to Switch's delight. Yabo isn't fired, right? But getting time off. Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that. But I looked it up after you told us that rumor. He does have several like domestic assault charges on him. Have you seen this?
Yeah. See, I know you see me cheering and stuff, but I'm cheering for the wrestler, Yabo. The personal stuff, I don't agree with, and I hope he finds help or something because I really like Yabo. I'm just glad he didn't lose his job over it. But we do need to give Yabo some help if that is a problem for him. Yeah, I did go back and start looking all that stuff up, and Shorty Girl has been going in. Yeah.
And I don't mind, giving people chances, sinning or doing bad things or whatever you call it to yourself. I don't mind, giving people multiple chances because we've all probably done bad stuff, stuff we regret. He's had several charges, several allegations, I'll say, against it because I don't know if they're true or not. Who the fuck knows? But he's had several allegations against him. So yeah, like you said, hopefully he can get some help and break that cycle because that's not good. That's not good. I am glad, like you said, I'm glad the wrestler is still with the company, but the man behind the wrestler needs some help. Needs some help. City by the Bay says, "Love the shirt, Asa. Thank you." And he says, apparently half the roster got sick from the gathering with COVID, aka the Juggalo 19. Yeah, I saw your girl Jasmine St. Clair complaining about it today and asking, is anybody else who was at the gathering sick? I didn't hear that like everybody got sick. Lord, I hope they can still do Lunacy this Saturday night.
Yeah,
that's rough. I hadn't heard that like everybody got sick. I'm still, and hey, no spoilers from anybody, please, for Bloody Mania. We've only watched the first half of it. Okay. So no spoilers. We're going to watch the second half. I don't know, as soon as we can. It's been a busy week. And City by the Bay said Jeff Lane, Joel Gertner, et cetera, et cetera. All right. We're going to get back to AEW now, but thank you, Rewind, for all that knowledge. Thank you, everybody, for all those comments. 2 matches left on Collision. We saw a pretty interesting tag team, Nick Wayne and Tommaso Ciampa, very different styles. They took on Speedball Mike Bailey and Commander. And this match I thought was great. I was intrigued by the Wayne and Ciampa pairing. And Mike Bailey is a great wrestler. He needs to stop slapping his leg because it's all I can notice with him now. And then Commander is amazing. Every time I see him, that guy is amazing. He is not only doing crazy moves, but he's so precise with them. Like he always lands them how he's supposed to, It's smooth. Yeah, he's not just taking risks for the sake of looking cool. Like he can do it. He can do the moves. He's something else, man, Commander. And if he were bigger, he would hopefully be in for a big push, but he's so tiny, Yeah. So tiny. But very good match, I thought. Nick Wayne pinned Commander after the Protoplex, as he calls it, which is basically a fisherman's buster. kind of a modified, like a cross between a perfect plex and a brain
Perfect Plex.
buster.
Yeah.
Mostly a perfect plex is what it looks like, though.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this match 4.5 bones out of 5.
Yep, I gave it 4.5 bones out of 5 too. I enjoyed it. I like seeing Nick Wayne and Ciampa together. That was that was different.
Yeah, and I think they put these 4 guys together. I think they're all 4 going to be entrants in the Casino Gauntlet match at All In, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this was about. And the main event on Collision, Women's World Title match. The champion, Willow Nightingale, defending against TBS champion Maya World. The TBS title was not on the line. And as expected, Willow got the win. And it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I give it 3.5 bones out of 5.
I gave it 4 bones out of 5.
Okay.
I enjoyed the offense that Willow was giving, and Maya was kind of fighting. So yeah, I gave it
Willow,
4.5.
Sorry, Willow looked very good in this match, I thought.
Yeah, very.
I used to when she first came in, I did not like her. All the happiness and the dancing around and all that, I didn't like it at all. But she won me over, and I like Willow now.
Same thing with me, man. I thought it was too much, but now I understand that's her character, that's her gimmick. It fits with the conglomeration, and she's been putting in work in for a few years now. So she's won me over.
Not only do I think that's her character, like you said, I think that's her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it is. It just feels so genuine.
And City by the Bay says, guess I'm going to have to catch AEW with y'all since it's a go-home show tonight, right? Yes, you are going to have to catch it with us. And reminder, everybody who's watching, we are doing a watch-along for Dynamite starting at 7:55, 5 minutes before the show starts. I'm going to go over the card and all that for the first 5 minutes. And City by the Bay says, Willow grew on me. I always like Monet/Sasha. All right, we got some interesting topics to cover this week. First off, and this is going to come off as another complaint, and it is, but it's justified. I'll wait till Switch can hear me again. Hey, so
my bad.
You're fine. Again, this is going to come off as a complaint, but it is legit. And if you watch their shows, you know it's legit. AEW has a severe predictability problem with their TV shows. Now, I'm not talking about the pay-per-views. I'm talking about the TV shows. Any fan can accurately predict about 95% of Dynamite and Collision matches. What does Tony Khan need to do in order to fix this issue? Switch, what do you say?
Number one, go ahead on and hire Road Dogg. If you're not going to hire Road Dogg, you need to hire somebody that can tell stories. Give some control to Mick Foley when it comes to creative or something. That's what needs to happen. Yeah. Because anytime Asa is beating me for our No Bones About Wrestling predictions belt, it's a problem.
Well, again, no, that's only for pay-per-views.
Oh, pay-per-views? Okay.
That's only pay-per-views. I'm talking about, because that, I went perfect like 3 months ago, but whatever. But pay-per-views, sometimes we struggle with the predictions. But I mean,
but yeah,
I called every match on Dynamite and Collision this week. I called every match correctly, except Cassidy and O'Reilly. I did not know who was going to win that, but everything else, I'm sure we both knew who was going to win. Everything else,
yeah.
And a lot of people out there, I'm sure, feel the same way. Yeah. So, what does he need to do? Man, just for the fuck of it, throw an upset in once in a while. You remember back when Action Andretti came out of nowhere and beat Chris Jericho, and that was a big moment.
But they don't do it enough.
No, they don't.
They don't do it enough, and it's just so damn predictable with certain shit that you foresee it coming. But I blame the writers though. I blame the writers more than I blame Tony Khan. Okay, that's what I was about to say. Is Tony Khan the only one that's doing the creative? I don't know.
I think it's just Tony Khan, and I think Bryan Danielson kind of is in his ear a little bit, But I think that's it. There may be I've heard about them hiring a writer too, but I've never heard anything else about them. So I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what their
I mean,
writing deal
when
is.
Arn was there, Arn was doing pretty good with it when he was there. But like I said, man, it's just I think that he just needs some capable writers.
Yes,
Like
I agree.
I love the wrestling in AEW.
Yeah.
But the storylines don't even have to be as elite as the damn wrestling matches, but they got to come up
Right.
a little bit when it comes to story and predictability with these shows, man.
Mm-hmm. And it takes, I mean, Dynamite's a live show. It should be exciting. Like, it takes the electricity out of the show when you know who's going to win every damn match.
Yeah.
It takes the feeling, it used to be like Attitude Era WWF or late 90s, early 2000s WCW. You didn't know what was going to happen, you didn't, a lot of the matches, you didn't know who was going to win. They would do world title changes just on cable television.
Mm-hmm.
And that was part of what was so exciting, was you didn't know what was going to happen. Tony Khan needs to just throw it in when everybody thinks he's going right, go left with it. Surprise us some, because that's that's part of what makes wrestling so fun, is when you get surprised by something. You think you know what's going on and you're totally wrong. I love that. I love being wrong in wrestling. It's so fun.
And I hark back to something that you were saying, man. People that's paying their money to go to these shows do not want to see 3 squash matches when you have this full ass roster to have matches and tell stories with. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they got too many people to be doing squash matches. Too many people on the roster. We're going to talk about that a little later too. City by the Bay, real quick. He says, Switch, did you catch TNA Lockdown? I thought it was okay. Not a fan of them adding more titles.
I did catch it, and the first time they brought Lockdown back within 10 years, and that's all I can say about it. And how you not have your world champion in a championship match, you throw them in a tag team for the main event. But yeah, I watched it. Their champion is Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, I watched it, and it was what it was. It was something to watch.
I got you. And now he says, I'll stay on topic. I promise. Yeah, y'all, I'm great with all your comments and questions and information you give us. But let's try and stick on AEW for this show, AEW Weekly. Let's try and stick on it for this one. I understand other stuff's going to come up, but, let's try and
talk to us about that stuff when we do our watch along for Dynamite tonight.
Exactly. We have
commercial breaks and we can talk about some stuff.
Exactly. It's going to be like 2.5 hours. So yeah, we need stuff to talk about during that, but we got a lot to talk about here. City by the Bay says, #hire Russo. That would be interesting, but frankly, I don't want him to leave JCW. And he seems so happy there.
He is.
And if you missed it, last week, Switch and I interviewed Vince Russo. You can catch that on our X page. Scroll down a lot, and it's there. It's also easier to find, youtube.com/@nobonesaboutwrestling. It's on YouTube there, and it's available audio only on Spotify and iTunes. This was our second interview with Vince Russo. So if you missed the first one, catch them both. Obviously, we asked different questions in both of them, and I already invited him on the third time. He said yes. I hope he wasn't just saying that to be polite.
Nah, I think he rocks with us, bro.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, we will have him back on again in several months. We'll give it time. But yeah, I want him to stay with JCW. He seems like he's having so much fun with it, and he has total control. Except sometimes, Violent J does his thing. So they have a good relationship.
They work good together.
Yeah, exactly. But otherwise,
even with the Russo thing going to what people saying Russo should go to AEW, Tony Khan still has access to Vince Russo. They've talked. He's been on Russo's The Brand show. Tony Khan needs to listen to Russo. Yes. That's what he needs to do. Listen to Russo. Look at what he's doing, and like take some knowledge from there and throw it over there at AEW. It'll take him a long way, guaranteed.
Long-term storytelling, surprises, characters, and we say it every week on this show. Every character cannot just be I'm a wrestler. I want to be the best. I want to win the match. Throw some stories in. Let us know why they're fighting. Don't give us, and because if you watch JCW, almost every 90% of the matches have a reason why they're happening. There's some stakes in the match. Everything doesn't have to be for a belt. There's some stakes to the match. The winner gets this, or, we know they're in higher contention for this, or he pissed him off last week by doing this. It doesn't have to be complicated stuff. And this is the example I always give. It can be as simple as he stole my jacket. And now it's like, we know why they want to fight. He stole his fucking jacket. He wants his jacket back. Let's see the fight. It can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be rocket science, as Russo likes to say, City by the Bay says, I thought you guys killed it with that interview. Thank you. We appreciate it. We worked very hard on it. And everybody, again, check it out if you haven't. He was a great guest and a lot of fun to talk to. And like you said, Tony Khan needs to listen to Vince Russo. He has not been in the business for, 35 years by accident. All right. In an interview with the Sportster, international champion Kyle Fletcher said, quote, "The thought of another match with Ilya Dragunov after everything that's happened excites me very much. The two previously fought in 2019 at Progress Wrestling, which is based in the UK. So Switch, should AEW sign Dragunov and make this match happen?" And there's Fletcher and there's Dragunov. So what do you think? Should they sign Dragunov and do it?
Very much so.
Yeah. And I'll add something to that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these. Go ahead.
You hear me? You got Dragunov and WWE did not know what to do with him. Right. I honestly don't understand it. The guy is a talent. He can go in the ring and everything. But I would definitely sign him. Don't throw him right in there with Cal first. Let them build some match, because he can have good matches with just about anybody in AEW. Don't just throw him in there with Cal first. Let him get some matches in and then throw him in. But that would definitely be a great signing. Yeah, out of everybody that's released right now, between him and I'm not sure about Malachi Black, if they would know what to do with him. They seem like they're getting it right with Andrade now, so maybe they'll get it right with Malachi Black this time. But
I feel like if Tony Khan wanted Malachi, he would have signed him by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give the same answer. They definitely should sign Dragunov. And, I'm not one of those who said, Tony Khan can't sign everybody who leaves WWE because the roster is already bloated. There's already too many people on the AEW roster, people who are signed and we never see on television. Reminds me of the WCW roster circa like 1999.
Yeah.
Plenty of guys signed big contracts that are never booked for anything. But saying that, they should definitely sign Dragunov. He's one of the most exciting wrestlers I've seen come out of WWE in a long time. And he brings, a passion that you can see in the ring and an excitement to his matches. And I think he would be a great signing. And like you said, a great opponent for Fletcher. Not right away, but he'd be a great opponent for anyone. That guy, I haven't seen a ton of Dragunov, but I've seen enough to know that he's great. He's fantastic.
Yeah, so, Wolf put me on to him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. He was like, "You'd like this guy," and I was like, "We'll see." And then I loved him when I saw him.
I tried to go find that match that Fletcher and him had in the UK back in 2019 on something called, I think, Progress or something. And I can't find it nowhere. I was looking for it this morning.
Okay, I should have gone and looked. I didn't even think to. All right. Next up, 55-year-old Chris Jericho. I didn't realize he was that old.
Hey, you leave my guy alone.
I thought he was that old. I thought he was like 51, but all right, 55-year-old Chris Jericho. There's nothing wrong with being old and wrestling. He can still do it.
Yes, he can.
In an interview with the Wrestling Classic, I'm not sure if that's a newsletter or podcast or what. I don't know. But he said, quote, the show shouldn't be built around Chris Jericho at this point. He also said, quote, there's an uprising of all these new stars like Kevin Knight and Will Ospreay, guys that are moving up to the next level. He's right, of course. So Switch, besides Knight and Ospreay, who are some other new stars Tony Khan should elevate in AEW?
New stars. I mean, I don't think anybody has reached that superstar level yet for wrestler. But
no,
of
but
course,
like, who would you elevate?
Kyle Fletcher would damn sure enough get into the main event picture. Andrade would be in the main event picture.
Okay.
Somebody he doesn't need to get to the main event, but he needs to have a higher status on there. Is my guy, The Rain. It's fine. It's fine. Leo Rush.
I would love to see that.
Just because his character is like, he's killing it right now. He's all over social media. Everybody's rocking with him. Now is the time to go with him before he loses that momentum. But those are some that I would surely push. I wish there was there is a female, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Persephone.
Oh, yeah.
I like Persephone. She's another one that I could see being elevated. Yeah, that's about it for me. What about you?
Yeah. And real quick, City by the Bay says Jericho had a good interview with Violent J. I saw that happened. I haven't watched it yet. And City by the Bay also says, I'd like to see Megan Bain go on a singles run. Yeah, that'd be cool. If they got rid of that unnecessary tag team division, women's tag team division, they could. Yeah.
I like Cross.
I mean, she's good too. I mean, same thing. She should be a singles wrestler, I think. But yeah, to answer it, Kyle Fletcher, obviously, I think he will probably be world champion by the end of 2027. I think. I'm gonna be biased here because he's one of my favorites. But whenever he comes back from injury, hologram, because he's amazing. He's one of those like Commander, but a higher version of Commander. He does stuff every match I've never seen before. Even if it's just one or two things, he does one or two things I've never seen before, and then everything else he does great too. I just thought of someone else, and it went out of my. Nick Wayne too.
Oh yes,
I'm a big fan of Nick Wayne. I think he's progressing really rapidly. I thought he was very good when he debuted, and I think he's getting really good at wrestling. He's a good seller. He's getting much better on the mic. His improvement is continuous. So I say Nick Wayne definitely add a little bit on the body, add a little bit of muscle. Most of the guys in AEW aren't that built anyway, so maybe wouldn't be a big deal, but just add a little muscle on, not too much, not to take away your speed, but yeah, Nick Wayne definitely should be up there, and I'll leave it at that.
What about Cage?
Oh shit! I fucking Brian Cage. Thank you. Who should be? I say every week on this show should be in the world title picture. I mean, look at the dude. He looks like he should have a title belt, a world title belt. He's built like insane. He may be on steroids. He may not be on steroids. Personally, I don't know, and I don't really care. If dudes in legitimate sports are on steroids, then I care, but it's pro wrestling, so it's scripted, so I don't care if he's on steroids or not. But yeah, he's got the look, he's got the moves, he's got power moves, he's got agility moves. I think he's a good seller, and they make him lose all the time, and make him lose sometimes to unbelievable opponents like Darby Allin. Like, I know Darby's, different, and he's got his own kind of offense, and he's got a lot of spirit to him. But come on, there's no type of fight or wrestling match or slap fight that you could convince me Darby Allin can beat Brian Cage.
Cage shouldn't even been in that match. He had just came back. You shouldn't have him lose. If he shouldn't be losing to no high profile person like Darby. Bring Cage back and let Cage get some wins.
So yeah, Cage, Wayne, Fletcher is the obvious one, and hologram is what I said. Who'd you say? Fletcher,
Leo, and
Persephone. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like Leo too. He might be next for me. I like Leo. I love that character. He's very entertaining.
I really thought Nick Wayne was going to win. I thought he was going to beat Bandito for that world jump, man. I really
kind of did too. Hey, Fabulous told me there's no way he was going to win. She was right. I thought he had a good chance at winning it though over Bandito. Yeah, that would really up his profile. Nick Wayne.
It would have.
I tell you, when we get to WrestleCade in 2024, which if y'all don't know, it's a big wrestling convention. A lot of past and present stars show up. They sign autographs. They take pictures. Nick Wayne was at his booth, and he looked so lonely. Like nobody was coming up there. No one. I didn't see anybody come up to him for anything, and it was kind of sad. But we're going this year. It's always Thanksgiving weekend, and we're going this year. And I bet there can be some people at Nick Wayne's booth. I will be one. K Fabulous and I will be two.
Guarantee it.
So, I mean, because I think this guy's going to, he's one of the ones that is the future of the business. That's how good I think he is going to be. And I'd love to have a picture with, young, however old he is. What is he, 20 years old? 21?
20, 21, right? One of those two, yeah.
I'd love to have a picture.
Real quick, though, before we go on, man. Do you have to pay to get into that place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are some, they're like panels and stuff. They're included with the price.
Okay.
And then you can walk around. You can walk around and look at all the wrestlers for just paying your entry fee.
Okay.
So that's fun by itself, because even if you don't get signatures, you're like, oh, look, there's Orange Cassidy, there's Mustafa Ali, there's Bruce Beefcake, there's Papa Shango. Like, you can just look around and you see all these people, which is pretty crazy to see. There's Dennis Rodman over there, but then to get a picture, you got to pay. And nobody's fee was crazy. I think the highest fee was Ric Flair. I feel like it was maybe like $80 or something like that for a picture with Flair.
Which still ain't bad.
And Sting, I feel like, was $60. Those were the two biggest lines, were Ric Flair and Sting.
Okay.
2 years ago. The third biggest line was Dennis Rodman.
Sound like you need to go down there with at least $500.
Yeah, we spent more than our budget, but you know what I did that year? I wrote all that shit off on my taxes.
I know that's right.
Which is the same thing I'm doing this year. I'm running this as a business. So we're going to have some, actually, so I can write it off on my taxes. We are going to be coming up with some exclusive paid content very soon in September. Very soon. So I'll talk to you about that later, Switch. But yeah, we're going to start doing that. It won't be crazy. It'll be like $2 or something like that. And we'll talk about it later here on the show too, or one of our streams. City by the Bay talking about who should be elevated. Says anyone but Jungle Boy, please. And he says, why not have Cage be like Ring of Honor world champ or something? I'll tell you why, because he deserves better. He deserves better. He deserves to be a big star on the big show. And City by the Bay says, get you a JWO jersey and write it off for taxes. I don't know. It's a little steep for me. $125. You don't get all that back on your taxes, No,
not all of it. Trust me, I know.
All right. What have I got next here? All right. This is a long one, but it's I found it pretty interesting. So just bear with me.
Yep, I got you.
In an interview with TV Insider, which I don't know what that is, but Will Ospreay discussed the history of All In main events. He said in 2023, MJF versus Adam Cole, quote, was kind of more humorous leading in than a sporting contest. 2024, Ospreay said, quote, was the crowning of the greatest wrestlers who ever did it, with Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. 2025, he said, was the guts and the drive from Hangman Page to try and strip away Moxley's briefcase to reveal the AEW World Championship. Ospreay says this year is, quote, two of the greatest wrestlers of this generation going head to head and finally finding out which one is the best. So, Switch, what do you think of Ospreay's analyses of these main events?
I mean, he tells no lie to me. He tells no lie to me. I 1,000 agree with everything he says. and that's a good assessment. I had to
Mhm.
go back and really think on it when you sent me the question.
Mhm.
But yeah, I agree with everything he says about that, because all those main events were special,
No, definitely, definitely.
very
I,
special.
I agree. And I mean, who better than Will Ospreay to tell you what wrestling is about? You know, he knows what wrestling's
Yeah,
about. He knows how it's supposed to work, how it should work, when it doesn't work, all that. But I will take issue with one thing. So the MJF and Cole, I wasn't crazy about it, but yeah, they went the humorous route. It was a very good match, but they went the humorous route with the first main event. Then 2024, Ospreay said, was the crowning of the greatest wrestler. Now, these are strong words. The greatest wrestlers who ever did it. Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland. Now, Danielson, I will agree with. I think a lot of fans would agree. He's one of the best ever. Swerve Strickland, though, come on. I like
I
Swerve, but would you call him one of the greatest wrestlers who ever did it?
not one of the greatest, but he's up there.
Yeah.
He's up there now with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because compared to, like, did you never really watched NXT, right? When he was
No.
over there.
Mm-mm.
So looking at him from NXT to where he is now, in my opinion, he's raised his stock and raised his ability in that ring, and it Swerve's believable to me.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
He's
yeah. I'm not saying he's
believable to
not
me.
good. I mean, I like him. Yeah, I like him a lot.
I agree with you when you say like greatest, one of the greatest of all time. He's not there yet. Swerve's gonna get there, but yeah, he's gonna get there. He's not there yet, but he's gonna get there. But he's climbing up to that status.
All right. Yeah, I mean, he's great on the mic. He's got a ton of charisma. Very good in the ring. Good look. I wouldn't call him one of the greatest, though. No, for sure.
Not yet.
For sure.
Not yet.
I mean, I wouldn't even put him in like and I'm not trying to dis-swerve. I like him a lot. He's just very good. But I wouldn't even put him in like the top 5 in AEW right now. Forget about the greatest of all time. But that's kind of it's just one thing he said that I kind of was like, huh?
Nah, Don Callis got 3 that's in my top 5 already. So
who?
Huh?
Who?
Kyle Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Takeshita.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a match at All In.
And honestly, I know the main event is gonna be big, but that's the match I'm looking forward to. That 3-way. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, those two I'm really looking forward to. All right. Rumor is by 2027, the Young Bucks are expected to reignite contract talks with WWE. So, Switch, how likely is it that the Bucks leave AEW and sign with WWE? Presumably to maybe retire. What do you think?
Hell to the no. To the no. For what? For what? Hold on, let me put them back up there. These two guys in WWE, with the way that WWE does their tag team division, no.
Yeah.
Hell no. We always talk about, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm shitting on WWE when it comes to their tag team division. It fucking sucks.
Yes.
And they have players. They have tag teams that they can use. But as far as putting their tag teams on TV in meaningful matches and meaningful storylines, they don't do it. They don't do it. So, no, Bucks, if they're smart, they'll keep their asses right there in AEW. Let that be their legacy, because they don't need to go anywhere else, and do what they do in AEW and ride off into the sunset. That's the only thing that they could possibly do, because I can't see WWE by the time the Young Bucks are ready to retire, before the Young Bucks are ready to retire, doing something noteworthy with their tag team division.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. And Dave Meltzer said recently that he thinks, and who knows, some people believe Meltzer, some people hate him. I'm just telling you what he said. He said that he thinks the Bucks' next contract, whoever it's with, will be their last. He said very well, maybe their last contract, because they've been Ring of Honor. They were in TNA, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, and now they're getting a lot of money from AEW, I presume. So they're, and Meltzer said they're financially set. But the only reason they would sign with WWE, I think, the only reason that would be appealing to them is if they just throw a bunch of money at them. You know,
That's the
just a
only way.
bunch of money.
That's the only way.
It would make AEW look really bad if two of their founders, two of their EVPs left to go join WWE. Just like I thought it made AEW look really bad when Cody left, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it made them look really bad. So I hope the Bucks stay for them because, like you said, Tony Khan gives the wrestlers a lot of freedom from everything I understand. And they're great. And WWE would just limit their style, like you said, limit how much they're used, how much they're on TV, how they're used, all that stuff. I think AEW, as creative wrestlers as they are, and they like changing up their presentation every once in a while. I think with their creativity and their abilities and the way they wrestle, I think AEW, no question, is the place for them. Yeah, they should just stay forever. Yeah. All right. Last discussion topic here. AEW has many contracts expiring soon, and there have been talks of not renewing a lot of talent. So, Switch, is there any talent you think should not be re-signed? So this is the thing. Tony Khan doesn't really fire people, but he does wait till their contract runs out and then does not re-sign them. And here, I'm going to put Switch's window big. He just put up. Now, we're not going by, obviously we're not inside AEW. We don't know everybody's fucking contract. But here are the contracts that Fightful has. If I can figure out how to make this fucking window bigger. There we go. Here are the contracts, some of them that Fightful has coming up soon. Should I go through with them, or do we just want to talk about who we would not re-sign?
I mean, personally, from this list, Kip Sabian.
These are the people you wouldn't re-sign?
I wouldn't re-sign.
Okay.
Kip Sabian. Oh gosh, he's such an OG. I love Ortiz. But yeah, Ortiz, you're not doing nothing with him. Shit. Britt Baker? I don't know, bro. Wolf is so over Britt Baker. I don't think she's that bad, but
I think she's good, man. I don't know what Wolf's problem is, honestly.
Yeah, and that would probably be it from that list. What you think from that list?
Oh, for real? That would be it? You mean from what we can see right now on screen?
Yeah. I'll switch to the other one.
And just for the listeners, here are the people who are on the list we're looking at right now. Kip Sabian, Jim Ross, Ortiz, Scorpio Sky, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Queen Aminata, Deonna Purrazzo, Bobby Cruz, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Kazuchika Okada, FTR. That's who's on the screen. We got more coming up here. And real quick, City by the Bay says no idea what they're doing with Britt Baker. Yeah, no. And then he also says, we'll answer this in a minute. He says, do you guys like the trios title concept? I can just tell you right now, yes, I love it. I would make some changes. I guess I'll answer right now really quickly. In Mexico, they do a lot of trios matches. Most of them are 2 out of 3 falls. And the rules are you can tag in, but if your teammate gets thrown outside of the ring, you can just jump in the ring. You don't have to tag in then. So the match stays hot. It stays exciting. So I think they should do it exactly like they do it in Mexico. 2 out of 3 falls. Every fall doesn't have to be 10 fucking minutes long, but just 2 out of 3 falls. And the rule where if somebody gets tossed out of the ring, a new teammate can just jump in. That's how they should do it. I feel like add some excitement to the division. What do you think about the trio switch?
I agree with you, man. Everything you say, I agree with it.
All right. Okay, now let's get to what we were talking about. Who would I not re-sign? Okay. Out of the people that we're seeing right now on screen, I got it here. I wrote them down somewhere. Okay. Queen Aminata's contract is up February of 2027. I would not re-sign her. I know that might get some flack from some people. I don't think that she has developed enough to justify signing her again. I do think the women's division needs to be bolstered. It needs an influx of talent. But I think really the places to go to get some new women's talent are Japan and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Tony Khan needs to get some of these ladies who are wrestling in Stardom, which I haven't seen a ton of Stardom, but I've seen a bit, and I know those ladies can fucking go. They're in like wrestling academies since they're like 15 years old, and then they turn legal, and then they're in Stardom, and they've been practicing for like 3 or 4 years already.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, practicing every day. That's how the Japanese do shit, you know. So he needs to find some of them when their contracts are coming up. And same thing in Mexico. A lot of talented ladies there. So that's what I think he needs to do. And that's why I say go ahead and let Aminata go. And City by the Bay says, or the JCW girls. I'm going to say the same thing I say to every JCW thing. I don't want them to leave.
Yep. Nope.
Sonny Kiss can leave. I mean, that's a man. I do not like seeing him in Daisy Dukes shaking his ass everywhere. You know, I've said it before. I'm sorry if you're offended, but a man's a man, a woman is a woman. That is a man in the women's division shaking his ass everywhere, and I don't want to see that on my television. If you do, hey, more power to you. I personally do not want to see that. So they could let Sonny Kiss go in JCW and keep the rest of the girls. But yeah, no, JCW, they also need more girls. They need to take the same advice. Japan and Mexico. All right, I've talked too much about that. I'm sorry. Queen Aminata, I would let her go. Bobby Cruz, I don't know who the fuck that is. March 2027, his expires. Don't know who it is. I would not re-sign him. Big one on the screen right now, I would not re-sign. His contract is up sometime in 2027, and that's Adam Cole. I think the guy is, and I hate to say it, I think the guy is done.
You think so?
I do. He's had so many injuries, and particularly he's had, you know, several major concussions. I think he would be really stupid to return to wrestling. I think for the sake of his health, he needs to retire.
Okay.
And I don't want to be the company where you re-sign him and then gets hit in the head again, and now he's retarded for life. And I'm not trying to make a joke. Like,
yeah,
for real. Like, I wouldn't want that to happen in my company. I wouldn't be a part of that.
It only takes one.
Right. And he's already had, I don't know how many. I don't know, several concussions. So I wouldn't re-sign him. And we can go to the next page unless you got something else to say about these folks.
Nope, I got you. Here you go.
Okay. And so for our listeners, here's who's on this page. The Rascal, and these are just the people whose contracts are coming up. The Rascals, Hangman Adam Page, John Moxley, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Cassie Lee, Jesse McKay, Chris Jericho, Swerve Strickland, Shelton Benjamin, Matt Menard, Eddie Kingston. So out of these folks, who would you not re-sign, Switch?
Cassie Lee wouldn't get signed.
Okay.
I don't know who Jesse McKay is. So
do you know who Cassie is?
Who?
Do you know who Cassie Lee is?
Nope.
Okay, me neither. Okay.
Nope, don't know who they is, so they don't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like Matt Menard. If they're going to keep him, I like him on commentary since they're not doing him in-ring stuff, but I do like his in-ring stuff too.
I agree. Yeah, keep him on commentary. He's a good commentator.
But from that list, I think that is all that I would take off of that list. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. I'm right there with you. Yeah, the only people on screen right now I wouldn't re-sign just because I don't know who the fuck they are. Cassie Lee and Jesse McKay. Never heard of them, never seen them. Wouldn't re-sign them. So not a lot between us. I think the highest profile, you know, I said were Adam Cole and Queen Aminata.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Who's the highest profile you think you said?
Ortiz,
maybe?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's probably the highest, and that's only because they don't do nothing with him.
Yeah, but I would sign him and start doing something with him because I find him entertaining.
Ortiz?
Yeah.
I really hate that him and Santana are not together no more.
That sucks. Really, they were a great tag team.
Yes. But this list, man, there's some heavy hitters on this list. AEW has a roster.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
just look.
have a roster.
Yeah, just you realize that when you're looking at lists like this, and these are just the people who we know whose contracts are coming up. This isn't even the whole roster, and it's enough of a roster to start a company, you know?
Yeah. But with the releases that he's gonna have to go through,
Yeah.
which is gonna be a good thing because there are so many free agents out there that AEW can use. So he's gonna have to make some tough decisions. So, but it's got to be done if you want to make this thing work for AEW. Because they got if Bailey is really leaving WWE, they got to find a way to get her. I would love for them to get her, Kairi Sane, who's that girl? Shayna Baszler. Like
Yeah.
I want AEW's women division to turn up.
Yeah, definitely Baszler. I don't understand why they haven't signed her yet.
Yeah.
And let's see, City by the Bay here. We're talking about Okada. His contract is coming up some point, 2027 or 28. He says, in my opinion, they didn't do a good job with Okada. I doubt WWE would be interested at this point. I don't think he was interested in WWE. I think he looked back and saw how they've treated Asian wrestlers in the past, and he was like, no thanks. And City by the Bay also says Eddie Kingston needs to go. Sorry, not sorry. And this list we have that we think is pretty accurate, it's from Fightful. They're a very reliable source. This says Eddie Kingston is signed through 2031.
And
that's crazy.
Where he'll be. That's where he'll be.
5 years?
Yep.
At this rate, man, he's gonna be broken down in 5 years, don't you think?
As long as Moxley is there, Kingston ain't going nowhere.
You're probably right. But I almost said let him go. I enjoy him sometimes, and
I thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah. All right, I should have cut off some of those questions because we're running late, but we're gonna do our thing here, and I'm gonna try and be quick with the rest of the show.
Gotcha, man. We got the top 5 coming up.
Yep. Is the top 5.
Let's go.
I'm trying to figure out how to bring myself back on screen.
Make me small again. Make me small.
Bless it.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston was Kingston was really on my mind.
Yeah.
He was on my mind for that one, but I couldn't do it.
There we go. Here I am.
There you go. Now you're flying.
All right. Every week, we make separate lists of the top 5 men, top 5 women, and top 5 teams in AEW. We send each other threatening emails. We desecrate our family's tombstones, and we argue a lot. And eventually, we come up with a top 5 that we share here at No Bones About Wrestling. And this is your top 5s for August 26, 2026. Ladies first, number 5. She lost in the TBS title match, but still looked pretty good, and that is Chris Statlander. Number 4, she is the CMLL World Women's Champion. She also lost in that 4-way TBS title match, and that's Persephone. Number 3, challenging for the world title at All In, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup, Mercedes Moné. As Switch does the dance. Number 2, the TBS champion, who, as I said, got the win in that match, then lost to Willow in her chance at the world title. I don't think she is scheduled for All In. Maya World, TBS champion.
Not yet.
And number 1, she's been there for several weeks now, your world women's champion, Willow Nightingale. So number 1, Willow. Number 2, Maya World. Number 3, Mercedes. Number 4, Persephone. Number 5, Chris Statlander. Yeah. And my mouth is dry as hell. I've got to grab a drink. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Yeah, y'all. And we been talking about Maya on here, and I honestly thought Maya was gonna lose that belt last week, and they end up coming up with some kind of match for All In. But I do believe, from what I was reading, they said that the pre-show is going to be like basically 2-3 hours, which is freaking crazy. So they might throw her on the pre-show. That's what I'm predicting to happen, because as of I think last week, Asa said we have 8 titles on the line for All In. I'm pretty sure it's more by now because that was without the trios belt.
Yeah, let me count real quick.
Which I think the trios is going to end up being some kind of Royal Rumble type match with a bunch of trios, since that's what it seemed like to me.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and count the trios as 9 matches for the All-In main card. 8 of them are for titles, and I'm not going to go on because I went on about it last week. There's too many belts in AEW. Let's be real.
Yeah,
belts should be special. This is all I'm going to say. Belts should be special. They should indicate who is doing the best in the company at the time. And and there should not be a card with if your card is 8 title matches and 1 non-title match, that makes the belts look worthless. I mean, maybe except your main event's the world title. Okay. It makes the rest of the belts look worthless when there's 8 matches are for belts. Like, come on, man. By your 7th title match, it seems like, okay, why does it matter?
So with the TBS and the trios, that means AEW has 10 belts on their roster?
I believe so.
Good God almighty.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the trios, 9 with the TBS.
Okay.
I think there's 9. There's 9.
That's
much.
Still a lot, man.
Yeah.
Still a lot.
Right. That's all I'm going to say about it. Back to the top 5s. Teams are next, and this is one, as you know, it changes a lot from week to week because Tony Khan does really not reliably book tag teams or trios. So a lot of times we'll go, 2 or 3 weeks without seeing the same teams. Number 5 this week, first time team, Nick Wayne and Tommaso Ciampa got a win on Collision against Bailey and Commander. Very good match.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, former trios champions actually came back together and got a win on Dynamite, and that's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Number 3, they got a win on Collision, I think it was, Switchblade Jay White and the Guns, the Bang Bang Gang. Number 2, Will Ospreay, Henare, and Francesco Akira, United Empire. They got a win on Dynamite. And number 1, because they are the Women's World Tag Champs, they won a match, and they are still undefeated, Divine Dominion. So number 1, Divine Dominion. Number 2, United Empire. Number 3, the Bang Bang Gang Trios. Number 4, the Elite. Number 5, Nick Wayne and Tommaso Ciampa, who I assume is going to be a one-time team.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Comments here. Rewind says, I can wet your mouth for you, Asa. No, thank you.
Sweet Jesus.
And he said, between NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, WWE has 22 belts.
God,
yeah, somebody told me that.
Damn.
I put something on X the other day. I was like, just complaining about how AEW had too many belts, and somebody put that. And I was like, I don't care what WWE does, but that is also too many.
Well, at least WWE keeps their belts to one show.
Right. So they are divided. But if you divide them up, that's still 7 belts per show.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man. Belts have gotten, when we came up, call it like 1996 WWF, you got the world title for your main stars. You got the Intercontinental title to show who's good in the undercard. You got the World Tag Team titles for your tag teams. That's what you had. And then, okay, I'll give them this. Then they added the European. Okay, another mid card. Okay, that's fine. And they added the women's in. All right,
women's
5, 3 to 5. That's a good amount. That's a good amount there. 3 to 5. All right, now the top 5 for the men. Number 5, Kyle O'Reilly of the Conglomeration. He is in the Continental Cup semifinals, which start, I don't know, do they start tonight? I think they do.
I have no idea. I don't even know what the card is tonight, bro.
I think they're tonight. Number 4, Claudio Castagnoli of the Death Riders, also in the semifinals for the Continental Cup. Number 3, Will Ospreay, the Owen Hart Cup winner, challenging for the world title, of course, at All In. Number 2, the leader of the Death Riders, Jon Moxley, still the Continental Champion. We'll see what this tournament does to that belt, but he's still the champ, and he got a win this week. And number 1, he's been there for a little bit, and that is your world champion, I guess newly turned heel. Maybe we'll find out tonight if he's a heel or not, and that's Kenny Omega. So number 1, Omega. Number 2, Moxley. Number 3, Ospreay. Number 4, Claudio. Number 5, Kyle O'Reilly. And those are your top 5s for this week.
Yeah.
Rewind here says the original ECW had 3 titles, 4 if you counted the FTW belt. Right, they had the world title, TV title, tag, FTW.
Mm-hmm.
I think 4 is kind of the sweet spot, you know, and then eventually WWF added in the European, which I was fine with, and the hardcore, which I was kind of fine with as well. But
the way they did the hardcore back then was fun.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Maybe I liked the European belt. I loved the European belt, but it was probably unnecessary. So, and Rewind says, let's go back to that shit. Keep it simple. Exactly. If you never heard it before, and I'm sure a lot of people have, you know, KISS, KISS. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid.
I'm telling you, when I think of the European belt, the only person I think about is D-Lo. That's the only one I think about is that damn D-Lo, yo.
I think that's the first one I think about. D-Lo, Triple H had it, Shawn Michaels, British Bulldog, X-Pac, Shane McMahon. Gangrel didn't have it, did he? No,
I don't think so.
He didn't win any titles.
Had any titles in WWE?
No, I don't think so. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Al Snow, I think. Yeah. All right, that's all I can think about. And Rewind says, I think about X-Pac when I think about the European belt, the green one. Yeah, X-Pac was a good, like I said, that had some good competition. Had some good kind of lower mid-card guys, and then the Intercontinental was for the upper mid-card. Like, I get it. The European wasn't bad or anything, but they were getting towards too many belts. If they had one more, it would have been definitely too many.
Done.
And then, oh shit, we forgot. And then they added the light heavyweight.
Yeah.
So probably at that point, no, they didn't do anything in the division. Probably get rid of the European at that point, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, do like world, tag, intercontinental, hardcore, light heavyweight, women's. So all right, there's 6. That's it. Keep it at 6. The only one I eliminated was the European because I don't know. I like all those belts. 6 is probably still too many. So I don't know what you cut out there. I think that's what I got it down to for AEW when I was trying to eliminate belts. I think was 6. So maybe that's the sweet spot. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Here is we'll be quick here. Oh my God, 7:35. We're gonna be very quick. Here's what's happening on Dynamite tonight. They're in Glasgow, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
We have the 2 Continental Cup semifinals. First one is non-title. The leader of the Death Riders, Continental Champ Jon Moxley, takes on Claudio Castagnoli. The other semifinal is Nigel McGuinness taking on Kyle O'Reilly of the Conglomeration. So, I don't know. I think Moxley and McGuinness are winning. That's just me.
Yeah.
We also have what should be an interesting match here. Swerve Strickland, accompanied by Prince Nana, taking on Jungle Jack Perry. So I'm not really sure why this is happening, but it should be interesting. Also, MJF appears live, and we'll hear from national champion Andrade El Idolo. And real quick, I'm going to run down what we know for All In. I'm going to be very quick, and we're going to go. Our watch along is at 7:55 tonight. World title match: Kenny Omega versus Owen Hart Cup winner Will Ospreay. Women's world title: Willow Nightingale versus Owen Hart Cup winner Mercedes Moné. World tag team: Cage and Cope defend against the Young Bucks. World women's tag team: Divine Dominion, undefeated, defend against the other undefeated women's team, the Brawling Birds. International title, which, like Switch said, may be the match of the night. Kyle Fletcher of the Callis family defends against Konosuke Takeshita, and also from the Callis family, Kazuchika Okada. TNT title, Falls Count Anywhere. The Jet, Kevin Knight of the Callis family, defends against Darby Allin. We're going to have a casino gauntlet match for a future world title match. I think I heard the winner has to give the champion 7 days notice before they get their shot.
Okay.
We know Andrade is entering at number 1. MJF is number 2. Past that, we don't know. I think I'm pretty sure Ciampa's going to be in it. I'm pretty sure Speedball's going to be in it. I'm pretty sure Commander's going to be in it. And I think Nick Wayne's going to be in it. And who knows who else will be in it. We may have some debuts, may have some surprises. They do that a lot of times in this type of match. So we'll see. And then we'll have the Continental Cup final, which, like I said, I think it'll be Moxley versus McGuinness because McGuinness is British and because Moxley is not on the card anywhere. I think it's really easy to figure out. It's Moxley versus McGuinness. And then we're going to see some sort of World Trios match, Hangman and Brodito versus, I don't know, 1 team, 2 teams, 3 teams. Who knows what's going to happen with that. And everybody, that is AEW Weekly for this week. I want to thank you for joining us. If you're watching this late, thank you for watching it late. And if you're listening, thank you for listening. Keep it up. We're getting up the charts on Spotify and iTunes. So we got some loyal listeners out there. And Rewind says, cool. Thanks, guys. And just to remind you, we are going live again in 17 minutes. AEW Dynamite Watch Along. It's the Go Home Dynamite for All In, which means they better make it good. Better. And everybody, as always, I'll sign off. I'm going to see you in 17 minutes, but I'm going to keep my sign off. Love yourselves. Love each other. And for the love of God, use your turn signals, people. The life you save may be your own. Switch, I'll see you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, everybody. I'm going to play us out with Switch's excellent theme song for us, and we will see you in like 15 minutes. Bye, everybody.
Set the tone. New war zone. Yeah, we came to talk it. Pain and gold. No bones about it. Let it roll. Asa's got them books stacked high. Old take heat and that sharp eye. Manager day shame. Make fly. Seen every lockup, every running lie. Play fabulous, can't link, but she locked in quick. Costume drama, that spot lick slick. The pageantry, the flair, the grit. Found her home in the chaos of it. Switch been down since way back when. Horror flicks, dark dot sports again. CTR with that brother team. No bones crew, we need the body slam dream. Time to welcome everybody to the room then. Balls for a brand, super kick them in the chin. Take a hound to the moon, watch them run in fear. No bones about wrestling, now is here. Books, toys, docs, and game night fights. Old school love in the modern life. We don't just watch, we study the craft.